Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming Droid and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm on my way home on the middle of day 6, having completed a raid of the local town. I've already died once in this series, so we'll be ending it on day 7, and we'll be moving on to a hardcore season where I will basically go for as long as I can without dying, and then I'll just restart from scratch. So I won't be bothering to put down a I'll put down a camping bed to complete the quest, a bedroll to complete the quest, but then I'll just rip it back up again and scrap it, because there's not going to be any point in me trying to complete that, trying to sort of have that quest done, because trying to have that camping bed down, because I'll just be dying and ending the game anyway. Run down a cliff, run down a cliff. Oh, ouch, sprained my leg. Kind of my own fault, because I was running down a cliff and I misjudged it slightly. Normally if you run at a tight enough angle, then you can run down cliffs without too much trouble. So I'll just deal with these guys on the way back to my home. Oh, come on. Hey, finally. Hello, you. By the way, the trick to backing off in the middle of a fight is using the run command to back off. Otherwise you won't be able to back off as fast as they can swing. Eat. Eat. Scrap. Drink. Hello, nurse. Take those and use them. That does slightly confuse me. Take and use. I know why they do it, but in the UK, to take a pill is to consume it, is to use it. So having the whole take and use thing there slightly bamboozled my brain. So here we have our nice little shelter. We can come back inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw down my chemical bench. I'm going to throw it down at the back here. And now I have the ability to use the chemical bench to make antibiotics cheaper, much less mouldy bread needed. Biofuel cheaper, fertilizer from human turds cheaper. I can make glue from large bones. Now I actually have a use for large bones. Gunpowder I can make quite cheaply, coal and nitrate. Mouldy bread I can make from sham sandwiches, that's wonderful. I can make gas tanks from oil shale and from biofuel. I can make herbal antibiotics, which cures stage 1 and 2 dysentery and stage 1 infections using blueberries, mushrooms, chrysanthemums, nitrate powder and bottled. That's harder to make than normal antibiotics. I'm sorry, with the prevalence of old sham sandwiches, mouldy bread, nitrate, not hard to come by. So let's empty out 10mm rounds. We'll empty out painkillers, first aid kits. I've got 3 glue. Can eat the can of chili and then scrap the can. Let's see. I don't need my iron shovel at the moment. I don't need my garden hoe at the moment. I don't need my electrical parts at the moment. Paper. We're going to take... Actually, I don't need to carry those with me at the moment. The grain alcohol can go away, as can that. The worst quality wrench can go away. I can use that later. I can put away the beer, the gunpowder. Let's see, let's take some meat and let's go and get some stuff cooking. Actually, let's take the... What have I got more of? Goldenrod or chrysanthemum? Chrysanthemum. In fact, I have 14 chrysanthemum exactly. Perfect. Oh, hush, chainsaw. So, let's strip out some wood. And let's put on some bacon and eggs. And some red tea to cook. And let's also smelt up some of that and get some forged iron on crafting. Let's put the meat away. So, duct tape, glue, a bit of cloth. Can I get leather from those? No, I can't. So let's make a second duct tape. Craft one of those. Crossbow. I need 2 leather and I can make myself a... yeah, I need 2 leather and I can make myself a crossbow. So, question is, where do I get 2 leather from? Well, I could go into leather tanning. Skills, leather tanning for 10 points. I have 51 points. Yeah, let's do some leather tanning. So, 1 animal hide into 1 leather. Let's make myself 15 leather. I am also infected, so I'm going to use some antibiotics. There we go. And if I take out the cloth, I can make myself a splint for my spraying. Lovely. I should have enough gunpowder, enough coal and nitrate to make myself a couple of pipe bombs if I can get a crafting bench up. If I can get a workbench up. So actually, while we're here, let's learn to make a workbench as well. 15 points, yeah, go on. So, workbench. What do I need to make a workbench? I need 25 forged iron, 20 mechanical parts, a wrench, a claw hammer and wood. So the wrench I've got, the claw hammer I can make, mechanical parts I can find, forged iron I can make. So yeah, I can make myself a workbench without too much difficulty. Crossbow. The glue and the duct tape. Craft. So now iron crossbow bolts require an iron arrowhead, some wood and a feather. It's got 39 feathers. I can go and make some iron arrowheads. Iron arrowheads, let's make 39. No, not 49. Or can I only make 4? Ah, clay. Clay is my limiting factor. Hello, zombie. Dang it, you moved at just the wrong time. Oops. Spade. There we go. So I'm currently benefiting from antibiotics and from a splint, which means that my leg is healing faster and I'm also reasonably safe from getting an infection. Let's throw that on to melt. All of these are in decent condition, yes? Yes, all of these are in decent condition. This is a quick way to up your construction tools actually, is just to throw 10 wood apiece onto some spikes. It's interesting that a lot of the things, or some of the things you need to craft, things like crafting benches, you actually have to go out and find. You can't make wrenches unless you have a specific schematic. It's actually very rare to come by. That schematic's actually not the most common schematic in the world. So you actually are quite dependent on finding wrenches to make the workbench. And oftentimes if you're going to find a wrench in a city, you're going to find a workbench. Most of the garages do have them in. I was quite surprised that that one didn't actually. I may have completely just walked past it like complete dirt, but... So let's make myself 39 arrowheads. Get that going. I'll drop the bone shiv because it's not hugely necessary. I can repair that. Repair that. I'd love to have a pistol assembly guide so that I can assemble a torch onto my pistol, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. And then we can start iron crossbow bolts crafting. Good. So we've got an array of useful items and weapons going on. I can go down, get some fresh water while those are crafting up. And I can also get some petrol for my chainsaw. Speaking of which, how much wood do I have? 900. Log spikes, please. Let's make 20. Half my wood, that'll do. And down here is the water. The crossbow is a very powerful weapon, especially early in the game. So I'm quite pleased to have found the schematic and be able to craft one quite easily from the items I found on my town raid. Start with this one because it never has any resources in it. Oh, sorry, never has any spawns of loot in it. And we'll see how much fuel I can get from this. Come on. Let's get some good stuff. I got a headlamp. That's useful. And I've leveled up again and gained even more skill points. Come on, give me... I'd love to have some mechanical parts, but I don't think you ever get mechanical parts from a car, which is odd because they have gears. You'd think that the game would give you mechanical parts from the gears and things like that. I was also having a discussion with someone about the game and he was saying it was interesting there were no swords because they'd be around. Well, yeah, but I can see what they're going for. They're going for more of a modern feel, and that's hard to establish when everyone's running around with a sword. Because to balance it, you'd have to either make swords weaker than pistols against zombies, which would frustrate a lot of people. Oh, car battery. Scrapped for lead, smelted in the forge. 2 car batteries, a headlamp. What is it? It's light or ceiling light. These all require a workbench, but you can make a ceiling light. A mobile spotlight, that's what you need. You need a car battery, which I've got. Headlamp, got electrical parts, I've got those at home. Duct tape I don't have, iron. So if I could find a crafting bench, I could actually make myself a mobile spotlight quite easily. Without too much trouble. and I could make myself a crafting bench if I had mechanical parts. I wish I hadn't scrapped all the mechanical parts now. I hadn't thought about making myself craft. Well, I had thought about making myself craft things, but I hadn't thought about actually actively going through it just then. Just strip this down, get plenty of fuel for my chainsaw just in case things go completely awry. Probably on the end of day 7, near the end of the night, I'll jump down and go chainsaw killing. As this is day 7 will be the end of this run. So yes, getting a crafting station actually makes antibiotics quite easy, because the old sandwiches are quite easy to get hold of. I'd say if you were saving those up, you'd be able to make a couple of mouldy bread, and one mouldy bread and one nitrite to make a... time to go. So I will take myself some food, I've got some water on me, and we can go upstairs. So that can go away, the red tea can go away, pipes, gas can. I need my crossbow bolts, my pistol, my bullets and my arrows. I've got a couple of wooden frames that I was making for a specific reason. So the wooden frames go down here in front of the door, and this discourages zombies from using or trying to get in through that door. Instead, they're almost guaranteed to come up and try and get me over here. For which I have my flashlight and my chainsaw and my crossbow. So I'll call this an episode here probably, and we will start in the next episode as the Horde arrives on, or as the number of zombies arrive that are going to arrive on day 6, with the Horde coming on day 7. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Gaming Droid. This has been 7 Days to Die. If you'd like to help out the channel, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!